Hello, Rose Davidson here, and welcome to the podcast. This episode originally aired as a video on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/doesbiz, Mums in Business with Rose Davidson. I get into the chatting there and I forget to do the record thing. Okay, welcome Kate Reynolds to my interview series for Mums in Business. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much for having me. Lovely to be here.
Great, Kate. Thank you for being here. So you're living in Adelaide at the moment and you're from the UK
I am indeed,
somewhere. Yes. So your working background is in the airlines, I understand.
It is indeed, yeah. So I'm actually living in Adelaide at the moment. I've been here 2 years just past. And I'm actually from Yorkshire. My Yorkshire accent has not left me, even though I've not lived in Yorkshire since I was 17. It's still very much a part of me. I started flying. I actually moved to university. That was my first move, if you like. And I decided to take the plunge and go and be an air hostess. So I actually left my course, left my degree, and went to start flying. It was a bit of a challenge at that point, but I'm really glad I did it. And my family supported my decision, because I honestly don't think I would be where I am now if I hadn't made that leap back then.
That's always a big help if your family supports you in that.
Yes, 100%, okay. Yes.
Yep. So can you tell us a little bit about your business? So what is it? Who is it for? To start off with, we'll just chunk it down a little bit.
No worries, that's cool. So what my business is all about is I started it due to my own experiences. So when I moved to Qatar, so I lived in Qatar in the Middle East for just over 5 years. And I went as a single female on my own and just decided to take the plunge and go and work over there. And it was a huge shock, massive culture shock. Everything I knew had been gone. My familiar became unfamiliar. And my whole surroundings was totally different. I had to start a new network, your working ethics, all of that sort of stuff. It was a massive change for me. And I just decided at that point that I was a trainer, so I'd already done training, so that was my experience. And I wanted to do coaching. I wanted to go down that route. So that's when I actually started studying my coaching qualifications, even back then. We're talking 7 years ago now. So I've actually sat on this business idea for a long time before I officially started it last year. And what made me start it is that I'd also made this move as an accompanying spouse. So I've actually come with my husband's career here to Australia. Yes. So that was another shift in dynamics when I've done this move as well. And it's just something I'm really passionate about. I'm really passionate about helping ladies just settle and plan their moves to the best of their ability and to actually start creating the life that they really want. And I want to be that support system that helps them get there. That's what I'm really focused on.
So how can you support them? In which ways do you coach and support them on their journey?
Yeah, completely. So one thing, I've got two hands here. I've got one that's the challenges, and that's where it's your homesickness. Making friends as adults is way not easy. It is so not easy. And it's, finding your right people that you want to be friends with, knowing where to look for them. And it's that accountability. It's knowing, if you've worked with a coach yourself, Rose, you probably know what I'm talking about here. When you've got that accountability and you've got to get things on track done with somebody else, it does make you go along that track. And that's what I want to offer, that impartial support as well, which also means that it's not your friends, it's not your family. I'm totally confidential person that's not involved in your situation, because everyone's got an opinion when you're moving.
Yes, they do.
Everybody wants to be involved, and you're hearing all different opinions. So I try to be that external figure that supports them along that route, which is so needed at that time. Yeah.
So, having said that, because, as I said previously before I hit the record button, yes, I've moved around Australia a few times, and with kids, especially if you've got kids, it's really hard. It's really hard. So you've got to get them to school and all sorts of things. So
completely. And it's also, you've got your challenges, but then you've also got this is a new opportunity, and it's a new chance to actually reinvent yourself to who you want, to be in that new place. I think that's so important as well, because, if you've wanted to try something new, salsa lessons, learning a language, whatever it might be, that is such a good time to actually, when you're making changes already, to actually embrace these new beginnings in your life. And that's what I really like to help ladies with as well.
Yeah.
It's not all doom and gloom. It's actually the new chances and new doors that open.
Yeah. It can be challenging, but yeah, when you get settled and and if you have the right people and the right connections, yes, then it's an easier transition, I think, if you've got that support network behind you, and the friends and family are all very well meaning. However, their opinions sometimes are a bit clouded because you're leaving them. So yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So could you just tell us a little bit, please, about what it's like being a stay-at-home mum with the gorgeous young Dylan?
Yes, I liked your word before that you used, the terror, was it? I think. Yeah, my lovely son is called Dylan, and he's 18 months now. And I've honestly, that motherhood journey is tough on its own, let alone not having your family around you. It is a really big struggle. And there's me starting a business at the same time. Like you all want to do it all at once. I want to start a business, be a good wife, and have a child and all the rest of it. I decided all to do it within the same year, literally.
Yeah, so it would have been tough.
Oh, completely. But I thought, because I've sat on this business idea for a lot of years and I've researched it and things like that, I've realised that there's never a good time to start business. There's always going to be something or some excuse in your life where you never start. So I decided to take the imperfect action route and just actually get it out there and actually get my ideas out there. So, I think Dylan coming along actually made me take that step. I don't think I would have took that step otherwise. Right. And I think I needed it. I think I needed it for my own sanity as well, because, sorry, the aeroplanes are taking over. I live quite near the airport. So for my sanity, I needed the business as well. I needed something to really help ladies like me in similar situations to me. That's what I really wanted to help. Yeah.
And so, so what are the actual challenges that you faced with having Dylan? I mean, and then, having your business, because, being new to Adelaide and not really having a support network behind you, it would have been quite difficult for you.
Yeah, completely. It's been a real challenge because your whole schedule goes up and down. So, for example, your day-to-day plans can't be really around a baby. So it's quite tough. But I've also found that managing your time, you've just got to plan ahead as much as you can. That's what I've tried to do recently, is if I know that he's going to have an hour's nap, I actually need to have planned in advance what that hour will be for, rather than wait until that hour actually and doing something then. So that's what I've tried to do, is actually schedule myself better.
Oh, you listened, yay.
Yes, I have. And it's actually really working. And I think now I know what's going to happen. And even my night times now are more scheduled with what I can do.
Oh, excellent. That's really good. Yeah. And I think time management is probably the main focus of being a busy mum and running your own business. You'll really have to be time focused, I think, because you've got to squash a lot into your day, and you've got to look after your child and your house and your husband and your business, and women are expected to be all things to all people. So it's not an easy journey. No, I can empathise with that. So how have you actually overcome the challenges? You've described the challenges that you've had. So how have you actually overcome them other than your time management?
Yeah, I think I've actually tried to not do two things at once. So I've actually started to be present, because I think we suffer with this mum guilt as well, where you half want to be writing that email, but you know that you've got your toddler here and who wants all of your attention. So I think it's literally making sure that you're present when you need to be with your son, and you work when you can at other times. Because doing both just does not work, especially at this age now, as the toddler ages. It just doesn't work. So I've actually made a conscious decision to actually work when I can be fully into the work. Yeah.
So, do you have any plans for the future of your business?
I'm really
in Adelaide. Are you going to move it elsewhere, or?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I think for the business, I just want to make sure I keep spreading the word that my coaching services exist. and, be very consistent. I think starting a business is very difficult. It's very hard work. And ultimately, I want to make value for my clients, and I help them on their travel. So that's really important for me as well.
Yeah. So what value can you bring to your clients that they might not have had previously?
Sorry, am I right to just click on here and just read?
Yeah, sure.
Read the comments. Hello. I just want to say hello, by the way. I'm sorry, I haven't got your name on there. Sorry, just close that. So how am I spreading the word at the moment? So I'm spreading the word at the moment by Facebook, really. Facebook is a big thing for me that I have been actually promoting it on. And also local, because I want my business to be location independent. So it's very important for me that it's not just focused on a local area. It's focused on, in case I move, I want my business to be moving with me. So it's very location independent and online. I really like to coach online. But, I think the whole thing about the marketing is also just looking at the other social platforms as well now that I've started to go into. As I say, challenging with being a mum and having a house and all of these things, you are limited to the amount of hours that you can put into your business, and you fight that against yourself. You want to do loads of different things on your list, but you can't when you've got a toddler on your own. I don't have my family here. It doesn't have grandma and granddad around the corner or things like this. So it's a very different story when you don't have that support network. I can only do what I can do. And one thing I've learned is not to compare my business with anyone else's, because that just doesn't work. That's never good for your mindset.
No, it isn't good. So who is the avatar for your business?
Yeah, I've got a few. I've actually got a few ideal clients. Obviously, I love working with mums. I also just, I've actually spoke to men as well, but I like ladies in general. So it's very, very broad. And it's what I've realized is, especially within interstate moves and worldwide, it's still all about reestablishing yourself and making friends, coping with the homesickness, the culture shock. Especially Australia, it's so vast that moving between states also creates those same shifts as you would in a worldwide move. So I've noticed that I can actually offer my services to ladies that are within Australia, as well as moving from country to country.
Yeah, that's it's always a bonus when you are able to do that. Okay, so you didn't really say about the plans for the future.
Yeah, plans for the future. Yeah, I'm really hoping to grow a full team. Ultimately, I'd actually really love to have my own relocation company. That, if I had to be honest, that would be my dream, is to actually have the whole thing, like the physical and emotional sides of the business.
Yeah.
But this is way down the line. For me, it's just about growing a business that I love doing and that I'm, providing value, as I said before. And, at the end of the day, that's why I know you're going to ask me in a minute, that's why I offer a discovery call for free, because I know that everybody's move is different and everybody's unique journey is different. And that's why we actually have that free 30 minutes that we can actually discuss their journey and go through it, if I can be of assistance to that, because I'm not all about the logistics. I don't do the planning. I'm all about the emotional sides of a move, and actually personal, because we just don't take time for ourselves.
Yeah.
Especially when you're moving, it's all about everybody else and what's going on, your family, and it's not about you. And that's the time that you can actually create those goals to work towards and things. So that's where I like to step in.
So, Kate, where can you be contacted? What do you have a mobile number that you like to be contacted on, or would you rather through your business page?
Yeah, so I actually have a website, which is www.katereynolds.com.
Hang on, katereynolds.com. I can't even spell.
Oh, come on, Rose. Do you want me to spell it for you?
No, I've got it there. Okay, and that's the website.
Yeah, and my Facebook page is obviously facebook.com, and it's /Kate Reynolds Coaching altogether.
Okay, so that's the website. And what's the other one? Facebook. Oh, hang on. www.facebook.
Yeah, facebook.com /Kate Reynolds Coaching.
Next slash. There we go. Just make sure I spelled it all right. Facebook.com. Kate Reynolds Coaching. Yep. There you go. Done.
Lovely. And I just want to leave on a lasting note that, if anyone's watching later or today that's interested in doing the business, just make sure that you understand that it can be an up and down roller coaster, especially with babies that are involved or children in general. And you've just got to remember your why. Why do you want to set up your business? Why do you want it to grow? And I think that that's so important on the tough days, because it can be quite a lonely journey starting a business. I don't know what you think of that, Rose, but
I agree.
It's a really tough one. It's really hard. So I think, if you've got you just need to keep plodding on with that when you move in and when you start a business.
Yeah, I agree. I have those I don't want to be here days sometimes, because, the computer's not working, printers run out of ink, internet's really slow, or, something else has popped up, and I've got to be interrupted, and I think, oh my God, I don't want to deal with it. I want to go and work at Coles, No. And so yeah, but, I keep going because I'm passionate about what I can offer my tribe. So, yeah, so I just keep going. So, Kate, do you have any special offers other than your free discovery call?
Not at the moment, no. What I've been doing is I've actually been making a lot of my packages dependent on the client. So I've not actually made any huge packages or anything like that yet. So I just like to do my free session. I think that's because the business is still within its first 12 months. It's really important that when I speak to a potential client that I really find out where they are on their journey and where I can offer assistance to them. So I really like to just speak to my clients openly on the phone and just find out about them, and then obviously hopefully offer them a good package and discounts and things like that when I speak to them.
That makes heaps and heaps of sense. Okay, the lovely Kate. Well, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will make this a pretty little video for you to watch later on. So,
a lovely, pretty little. Can you airbrush me and make me look lovely?
Oh, you are lovely, the lovely Kate Reynolds, everyone, and please, thank you so much again, and we'll chat soon.
All right, thank you very much, and thanks for listening. Thank you very much.
Okay,
thank you.
Kate. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. It's been my pleasure to be with Kate. She's a lovely young woman who is full of beans and can actually help you if you need to relocate anywhere. So again, Kate, thank you very much for your time. And thank you for everyone who came in today. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening. I really do appreciate your time. I look forward to sharing the next episode with you very soon. Bye for now.